Good afternoon, everyone. This is Josh Verellen from PhilaHoops.com, along with Aaron Bracey, also from PhilaHoops.com. After the St. Joe's Hawks just lost to the St. Bonaventure Bonnies in the quarterfinals of the Atlantic 10 tournament, Aaron, this was a crazy game. 24 lead changes. Talk about what happened down the stretch here.
Wow, Josh, what a tight game. What an exciting game. Great Atlantic 10 basketball game. And St. Joe's just couldn't get the big play down the stretch. The last two offensive possessions, they had a charge on Langston Galloway, and Tay Jones was blocked by Andrew Nicholson. And it came down to a couple plays down the stretch, and St. Bonnie's made them, and St. Joe's couldn't.
The big story in this game, other than that stretch run, was the interior play for the Bonnies. They had 46 points in the paint, led by Andrew Nicholson. Talk about his performance today.
Well, Josh, he's just a beast. I mean, you see why he's an NBA prospect. I mean, he got the ball inside, and you just can't stop him. I mean, that was one of the things Phil Martelli said before the game. We have to try not to let him get the ball, because once he gets the ball, we can't do anything with it. And he proved that again today. Just a great player, a great performance. And in spite of that, St. Joe still had a chance to win. So ultimately, he was a big impact, but basically St. Joe's didn't do what they needed to do down the stretch.
It seemed like Khalil Konasevich was doing a pretty good job on Nicholson, but those fouls really hurt him.
Yeah, those fouls hurt him, and he fouled out. That was a big loss for St. Joe's. And once they lost him, Nicholson took over the game a little bit more. So that was definitely a big loss down the stretch for the Hawks.
This was a game St. Joe's needed to win to stay in the NCAA tournament picture. Now, Aaron, it looks like they're going to find themselves on the wrong side of the bubble.
Yeah, they're definitely going to be out of the tournament now. The only thing they have to hope for is a decent seed, decent game in the NIT. Obviously, that's not what they wanted. It's still a young team. It's going to help to play in the NIT, but really, this was an NCAA tournament was what they wanted, and just not being able to get it is going to be a big disappointment for them. And actually, I would say that a little bit of underachieving, Josh, not getting to the semifinals. I thought this was a game that they could win, and really, I think should have won, being so close to home. So I think they have a right to be disappointed by losing this game.
You talk about being close to home. There was actually a pretty good Bonaventure contingent here. They put up some noise. Temple and St. Joe's both lose here. Which one of those is the more disappointing loss?
Well, I think obviously Temple being the #1 seed, losing to an 8 seed was a disappointing loss. But you know what? UMass is a good team, as you know. They came to play today. Temple didn't play a bad game, I don't think. I think they played an okay game, not a great game. They were hurt, obviously, by Khalif Wyatt not starting, which, again, second time in the last, 3 or so weeks that he's been late. So that really hurt them, but definitely the most disappointing. And I don't know, what do you think? Now, no Philly teams, or LaSalle's the last chance, but who would have thought between Temple and St. Joe's that both of them would lose?
Yeah, I wouldn't have. And, it's interesting because I actually would have said that St. Joe's was a more disappointing loss. I mean, the Atlantic 10 does have 8 quality teams. So like you said, losing to UMass isn't like losing to Fordham or Rhode Island. And at least Temple knows they will be playing in the NCAAs next week. Now, LaSalle is the only team surviving. That's because they haven't played yet. Yeah. I think we're going to see all 3 Philadelphia teams go home, unfortunately.
Well, we'll have to wait and see what happens. But thanks, everyone, for joining us. For Josh Verlin, I'm Aaron Bracey from PhilaHoops.com.
Have a good one, everybody.